Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Daytona for duel number one. Sorry, the twin number one. Twin 125. We got cars on track, just over a minute left of practice. And we got Ward Burton here sitting fourth so far. And then we look at practice. Mayfield actually leads by a lot. He had a huge draft earlier. Darren Waltrip there. Uh, Jeff Bodine. We have 32 cars looking to qualify for the 500 in twin number one. So how this is going to work, they're going to qualify, I'm going to mark down their times, we're going to do the twin, the um, fastest in qualifying will lock their way in, and then the next 14 rows will be determined, and then the next 14 rows will make the race. And then the following, and then we'll go into duel 2. We'll filter out the fastest cars. Duel to duel, we'll figure out who else needs to go in, and then we'll hand out provisionals. And we'll go over who doesn't make it. But as practice ends here, we're going to go ahead and finish this. Mayfield leads, so let's go into qualifying.
Drivers, to your cars.
So this is the 1995 qualifying for the Daytona 500. Obviously, unfortunately, the NR limitations, we can't see anything. We just have to watch the times as they come in. But in the meantime, we could look at the entries. Um, Darrell Waltrip will be fast. Terry Labonte, Rusty Wallace is going to be quick. Ken Schrader there for Hendricks going to be fast. Dale Jarrett, look out for him. Obviously, Mayfield let practice, so we'll have to see. The time should be coming in within the next 30 seconds or so. But yeah, we'll just hang out. Once the initial times come in, I'll fast forward a little bit, and then we'll watch the final lap come in here. But it should be coming in soon here. Well, it should be coming in here. There we go. All right, the first lap is in. Marlin leads over Jarrett. Schrader, Labonte, Rusty, Wallace, all within about a tenth and a half. Waltrip in the sevens. Nemechek in the sevens. That drops off quite a bit to Bodine. And Bobby Hill and everybody else back here, they got to work their way up, but we'll fast forward. I think I fast forwarded too far, but that's okay. Marlin is locked into the 500. And I will document that, and I will be right back. Alrighty, as we look at happy hour here, that took me all 5 minutes to document that. We got Terry Labonte leading, Rusty Wallace, Richie Petty up there, Michael Waltrip, Joe Nemechek. Your top five. We'll go ahead and save this. We'll head straight into the twin 125.
Drivers, to your cars.
We've got 15 laps here today. I'm excited to get this done. Alrighty, let's go over your starting lineup. On pole, locked into the 500 is Sterling Marlin to his outside, Ken Schrader. Row 2, we got Terry Labonte, Dale Jarrett. Row 3, Rusty Wallace, Darrell Waltrip. Row 4, Joe Nemechek, Jeff Bodine. Row 5, Mayfield to his inside start. Ninth is Dick Trickle. We got Bobby Hamilton, Davy Jones, Kyle Petty, Brett Bodine. And then we'll scroll through the rest of it here. Um, got some notable guys back here. Most notably Ward Burton. He's going to have to race his way in, most likely. Um, but yeah, we take the top 14 in this race, I do believe. I missed the command to fire engines, but that's okay. We got someone on the apron right there. Is the 28. Looks like he has a left front tire down. Similar to Dale Earnhardt in the Clash. The 28's got a tire down. So that's going to promote the 2 to the second row. Now the 20, I'm not sure what's going on with him. We'll have to get a report saying he has a tire down as well. 2 flat tires on the grid. So yeah, Dale Jarrett kind of back up into the line here, and he's going to have to pit, like Dale Earnhardt in the Clash. He's going to have to pit with the pace car. But, let's see, the 2 there is going to pull up to the back of a 4. The 28 is going to have to fall back on speed. Him qualifying in 3rd should put him in, but we'll have to see how the twin second race, the second twin race. We'll have to see how they qualify. But the 28 should be in the 500 on speed. But yeah. But as the pace car pulls off, the 28 is going to follow. But the 4 is going to lead the field. And we've got 15 laps of racing here this afternoon. We go green from Daytona. As these automobiles reach top speed, heading off into turn 3, we got Joe Nemechek, Dick Trickle, Davy Jones on the inside. Darrell Waltrip lost the handling of that race car. Him and Ken Schrader up top, 3 wide. Rusty Walls goes up there now. There goes Joe Nemechek to the inside of Marlin. I believe Nemechek will lead lap 1. We'll get a quick update. The 20 still in the pits. We got Dale Jarrett right there. He's going to need a yellow. The yellow senior never got. Dale Earnhardt never got. It's going to be hard not calling him senior yet because junior isn't relevant enough. But he will be. He will be. As you see, Steve Kinzer nearly making it 4 wide right there. With Brett Bodine. As now this back of this pack is starting to fall. Being in the top 14 is going to be so important. So we are going to hand out champions provisionals, and then one past champion is going to get a provisional, the one either with the most champions, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a champions provisional, I believe. So we're going to hand out 4 provisionals, I think, and then it's going to go to last year's winners, but I'm sure we'll use up those champions provisionals pretty quick. And then if there's multiple, we'll go to speed. I'm not sure if that's how they did it in real life, but that's how we'll do it in this race here. So yeah, we'll go. Yeah, so we'll take the top 8 unqualified. So yeah, we'll take the top 14 here, and then we'll take the top 8 of the rest after the second twin race, and then we'll figure it out from there. But yeah, it should be interesting, because I mean, we got, I mean, yeah, like Dick Trickle's up here showing some speed. Brett Bodine's up front. There's the other Bodine. Del McCourt. Cowart? Never even heard of that person. But they're running 4th. Kyle Petty's up there in 5th. How about Jeff Purvis? I believe that's Racing. entry. I do like that. Talked about Ward Burt and him needing a good run here. He's up inside the top 10. Sterling Marlin's working his way back to the bottom to try and work his way forward. These guys are using the apron, trying to make some moves, and look at the green and white zero car of the person I have no idea who it is. They're going to lead with 10 laps to go. As this pack is intense and fast. Ken Schrader and Terry Labonte rolling around the bottom. Three-car breakaway up at the front. Sterling Marlin has found his way back up to the front. That four-car is fast. Now he's going to have help from the 51. The 25 has help from the 5. He's going to tuck back in. He wants to save that car for the 500. Now there goes Schrader and Labonte looking to try and get a run to the inside of the 51. We got Joe Ruttman up into the top 5, followed by Waltrip. Terry Labonte pushing his teammate along, trying to get to the inside of Marlin. They do. They work together to get to the inside. Now the top 5, 6, 7 cars are clear of the outside. The 5, the 17, the 99, oh, that's the 81 back there. Dives to the apron to try and get around. These fast cars are taking advantage of the slower cars. Waltrip and Labonte are trying to break away. As we approach halfway here, coming to 8 laps to go. So this is about the top 14 right here. The 0, because of the 4 car being locked in, technically they are the last spot locked in. Now give it to the 53. So guys like the 26, like the 42, Kyle Petty, they are not locked into the race, and they did not have a great qualifying run. So they're going to have to really get on it here. As Terry Labonte and Kenny Wallace are about, and Darrell Waltrip, I mean, he was up there. I knew he was up there, but he fell back so fast, I didn't even recognize it. There goes Kenny Wallace, going to get down in front of the 0. Davy Jones will lead this lap with 7 laps to go. We are officially over halfway. I believe that's Bobby Hamilton there in the 43. We got Mike Wallace. Just these guys get such a big run. And we got these 2 cars here. Dale Jarrett's going to have to fall back on speed unless we get a big wreck. Bobby Hillin Jr. will not be in the 1995 Daytona 500. 32 cars showed up for the first race here this afternoon. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Coming to 6 to go. Now Mayfield's going to grab the lead. We know that 98 car's got some speed. And this 0 car right here, Delma. Rusty Wall's 5th car on the inside is going to go with Dave Marcus. They're going to try and work their way by. They're nearly 4 wide here. Now, unlike an engine, if you change an engine, you don't have to go to a backup car. But if you wreck a car, if you get caught up in a crash, that will be backup car worthy. As the top 5, top 6 have broken away from the pack for now. The 2 uses Dave Marcus to get to the up front, pass a couple cars, and the 2 blows up on cue. Look out, trying to get down, trying to get out of the way. Everybody does a great job checking up. That's gonna split this pack in half. No, Delma, Mike Wallace, Bobby Hamilton, all these guys back here, they may have to fall back on speed, but there's over 8 of them. The 52, the 95 are back there for some reason. Not sure if they had some type of an issue. Maybe they lost the draft, but Rusty Wallace is stopped on the apron. That's going to draw a yellow. And NASCAR wants to look at the track. And Ken Bouchard, is that how you say that? Is leading this twin race. And back to what I was saying, right? I know we got some provisionals and stuff and whatnot, but I mean the 26, the 30, the 90, the 17, the 5, the 7, the 81. I mean that's over 8 cars. I'm just kind of looking through here. That's over 8 fast cars back here that are gonna have to work their way forward. If we look here, just look at the cars. This will be a quickie yellow as well. Just trying to look at the times here. So the 28 was 3rd fastest in this duel. Rusty Wallace was 5th fastest, so he should be okay. But guys that are not okay, like the 7, the 15, the 98, the 77, the 43, the 11, the 26, 42. I mean, it is going to be close. We'll have these guys come around. We'll shorten up a lap here. The 2's going to be on pit road for the rest of this race. They're going to have to change an engine for the 500. That will not be good. But here we go. We'll get this typed out and hopefully we'll get back racing here. And we'll see when we wave the green flag. Alright, I had to pause a little bit, but we are going to get back rolling here with 2 laps to go. We're going to find out who was in and who was out. Or not yet, but figure out who's going to finish where. See these guys spread out. One guy that I was kind of concerned about, Kyle Petty, he's up inside the top 5. He's going to put his bid in, try and help the 67 along there. The 29, didn't he start 2nd? He's going for the lead around the outside. You don't see that very often. His next time by will be the white flag. Is there 4 wide back there? We're going to tuck back in, back down to 3 wide. The 42 is going to get to the inside of the 29. Now remember, in the Busch Clash, Sterling Mullen was 6th on the white flag and was able to work his way forward. The 25, the 5, they're on the inside. They're working great. They're looking to try and get inside the top 14. They're going to make a move to the inside, try to get around the 42. Trying to shuffle him out. Waltrip, Labonte, Schrader working their way towards the top 5. The inside line is rolling right now. These guys fan out down the backstretch. Dick Trickle's looking for a way around Mayfield. Brett Bodine, Terry Labonte, they're going to have a massive run though. Nearly 2 mile an hour quicker off of turn 4. They're going to have, it's going to be a drag race off 4. He's got his nose to the inside. He's got the help. To the line, it's going to be Brett Bodine by a nose. So we'll go ahead and take a look here at the top 14. Kyle Petty sneaks his way in and locks himself into the 500. Go ahead and take a look at that finish there. By that much, this place is known for making photo finishes, and guess what? He was 6th on the last lap. We'll watch this last lap again here. We roll on the bottom, gets behind the 53, the 98, the 15, get rid of the 42. Show him now fourth. And just the inside line had such a huge momentum. The 5 gets to the inside of the 25. And unfortunately, the limitations of NR, I cannot set the field, or at least I don't know how. Big loser though. I mean, Steve Grissom was 5th on the white flag, and he falls all the way back to 15th. And he's the first man out. He's gonna have to fall back and hope he qualifies his way in, but we'll figure that out, and I'll be right back. So I did make a mistake. The 29 did lock in because the 4 finished in front of him when it's the top 14. That's not them, but we're gonna talk about the people who are not locked in, and that is the 20. Talked about him losing a tire. Took a while for them to get that changed. Ward Burton, big surprise here, will not make the show. And we've got the 44 right there. See him losing a ton of spots. And then the 51 of Kerry Teague, the 52 of Gary Bradbury. They kind of needed not quite a miracle, but Bob Strait, and the 68, the 80 of Joe Ruttman failed to make the show. The 81 of Kenny Wallace, kind of surprising, he failed to make it, and then Shauna Robinson did not make it. Now the cars that are falling back on time, the 28, he lost a motor earlier in this race. Oh no, he lost a tire, that's right. But he's 3rd fastest. He is most likely in on this twin 2. People are just crazy faster. Rusty Wallace, he was the one who lost an engine. Maybe. He was the one who lost an engine. He's going to have to fall back on time. The 77 is still alive. He would be the next one. For reference, Dale Jarrett ran a 50-60, and then Rusty Wallace ran a 50-62, and Davey here ran a 51-05. And then 10th back, the 71, they are still alive, Dave Marcus. And then the 90 of Mike Wallace. But now we're starting to get into the territory of, you're going to have to hope people don't put it together in qualifying for the second twin race. Delma, they're still alive. And we got the 95 of Doug Heveron, I think is how you pronounce that. And then the 67, they are the last driver to Ken Bouchard, I believe is how you say that. The last driver to be not knocked out on speed. Well, yeah, the next race will be the Twin 2. We'll figure out who's in the 500, and we'll get the season officially kicked off. I don't know if I showed you the official results, but here they are here. But, yeah, well, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you for the Twin 2. Or the Gatorade Twin 2, I think is what it's officially called, but we'll figure it out. We'll see you then.